Hello and welcome to the Green Island podcast. I'm Bernard Sheehan. Typically, I'm on here with my brother James Sheehan, and we are the authors of the novel Hard Border, talking about things in Ireland that happened during the time of Brexit. But also, we host this podcast to keep us up to date on things that are going on now and also to comment overall culturally. And this is the biggest story right now. We've got the feedback from the both referendums here. It is Saturday, March 9th when we're recording this, and the family amendment, the family referendum, as they call it, and also the care referendum have both been hugely turned away. It is a monumental pushback to the government here and their plans to continue to liberalize and be more and more quote unquote progressive. And after a week of really hard fought discussion and mobilization, and also the various debates that were going on TV, where the no vote side was just getting clocked everywhere they turned. They really had nothing to say. And ultimately, I'm sorry, it was actually the yes vote that was getting crushed. Sorry about that. Really both in terms of public opinion, but also just their two representatives who were up in these various debates, they just got annihilated. So the no vote came out in favor, and it's not exactly what was on X, as far as you saw like 95% of people who were on X who were going to be voting no, but still 70% and 74 or 68% and 74% essentially for each of these is just an enormous landslide. It is interesting to see if this will be a pushback against the overall government itself, but they have to be chastened by now after years of just being able to essentially run amok and do whatever they wanted. This is, as the Taoiseach here said, they were defeated comprehensively, and that is an understatement. Both of them getting just absolutely, decimated here. So hopefully they won't be turning around, as has been the threat from the government here. And I think particularly the Sinn Féin faction saying that, oh, we're just going to turn around and put this up again. But a lot of the pushback has been, the Irish people are stupid. They didn't really know what they were saying no to, and they were just confused and just had absolutely no idea. But so hopefully you hicks out there will get it next time according to them and do what you're told. So that's really the message here from the government and the elites in Dublin against the people. So it has been a huge turnout now to be able to see that this was a big win for the no faction. Even this morning, Ireland time, you could see they were taking down all of their celebration, stage, and the fireworks getting canceled. So it's just been a huge win for essentially normal, everyday Irish people who would typically, I'm sorry to say, but in the past would just say, oh, well, this is what they want. We're going to vote for it. I'll just go in and vote yes. And that wasn't the case this time at all. It was, gosh, again, I'm looking over here and just seeing these 67.7% no for this quote unquote family referendum, which was really an attack on the family and a destruction of the family, a redefinition of the family. And then the care referendum here, even losing by more than that, losing almost 74%. I mean, that is, in electoral terms, it is, there's nothing like it. So this has just been a major loss for the government. And I know that they were asking, hey, are you guys going to resign now over this? Because you basically put your back into it and put your credibility on the line, spent however many millions of euro on pushing this forward. And now here we are that, you've lost. So this is, if nothing else, directly from the people, a big loss of confidence and a loss of your ability to lead. So we'll see what happens over the course of the next coming weeks or months. But again, this is a huge defeat for them and a huge victory for the people of Ireland. One of the things that you saw here was just kind of your average folks going in and really uh, you know voting and not only voting just straight up, but having that thoughtful vote. So it's not a situation where people didn't know what they were talking about and didn't understand what the situation was. They knew damn well that this was one of the final steps, and you were attacking both family and you were attacking essentially mom and attacking women. So even though there was this effort or this, if you like, idea that that wasn't the case, it was definitely exactly what was going on. One of the things that was of note here, and I want to touch on it, really in light of this, not only was there the feeling that you were attacking mom, you were attacking women, but there seems to have been a religious component as well. And so it was great to see, here we see this in from Catholic Arena on X that one polling station found what they're recording as 11 miraculous medals, but it's really 9 and 2 St. Benedict's medals that were placed in the ballot box by Irish voters during the referendum on mothers and families. So that is, to my mind, a great step forward. And it's something that's been missing out of Ireland now for some time, that folks have really turned their back on essentially Catholicism and their religion and everything that's kept Ireland sustained all these hundreds of years. So it's great to see that this element is kind of back in the mix as well. So hopefully this will be something that continues on. One of the things that, as somebody in America, that I noticed and really liked about seeing these results come in, whether the result was in favor or not, or went the way you folks wanted it to, it sure went the way I wanted it to, was the transparency. Folks went in, they put a big X on their ballot, and it was a paper ballot. So as we can see in America, there's been like a lot of mucking around with that over the course of the last couple of election cycles here. So there was really no doubt that yes, these people are going in, putting this big X in the no box, and then also handing that in, putting that in the ballot box. And there was also a transparency where you could watch and really see those votes being counted in real time. You could see the boxes being opened and the votes being put into their various piles. So again, from an American perspective over here, it's really something that is laudatory about the process that happened over in Ireland there, and is something that I think we need to get back to here in America to really kind of, keep us going, and to have that transparency, and to know that whether the vote goes your way or it goes against you, that at least it was a true and accurate counting. In addition to that, of course, we have been tracking, culturally, if you will, as well, the Academy Awards coming up here. It seems that Oppenheimer, particularly Cillian Murphy, in the actor in a lead role, is going to sweep. That's really what's been happening across the board tomorrow. These awards are actually being held on March 10th. Like I've mentioned here, I know I'm a broken record on this, but this is the first time in what's got to be, 10, 15 plus years I've even been interested in what was going on at the Oscars, much less may tune in to see this win, if that's going to be the case. So it's also something of a potential double win for Ireland, if you like, as this weekend turns out. And it's nice that there's the ability for that to happen, where not only can there be a hard fought, if you will, election, and and getting those results, but then there's also potentially something significant in the culture which is uplifting rather than everything just being going down to the lowest degree. So, we'll see if that does continue here, and we'll enjoy it to come back to you, and I'll be back on with James here in no time. But we did want to just have something to fill in, and we'll be back in fighting form here in the next couple days. So thank you for listening, and also thanks for voting no. We will see you on Twitter or on X, again, under Green Island Podcast. So please feel free to follow us there. Follow us here on YouTube or Rumble, wherever you're listening, so that we can continue to grow and can continue to talk about, again, these various things. And we are working on the next novel, so that's going really well as well. So in the meantime, if you haven't yet, please pick up a copy of Hard Border. It's a fun read, but I think you'll see, even from these last couple of months, how it does tie in more and more with what our experiences have been and what the experiences of Ireland have been here, I think, more profoundly over these last couple of weeks, certainly. So again, thank you, and we will talk again soon.